Hello guys, this is Boombox, and in this video, we will talk about the World Lotus. Get comfortable and enjoy. This theory was presented by this guy shown on the screen. Pause the video to read his short theory. So, as I was saying in my previous theory, the World Lotus can possess unalive objects. But the question is, why does it create entities similar to the ones in the hotel or the mines? Well, it's because of the architects. They must have created entities together, for example, Guiding Light and Curious Light created Figure. And given how the World Lotus was created by Curious Light, maybe it also gave Lotus the information about some entities. My second theory is that it might have seen certain entities like Seek, Screech, and Figure, but couldn't quite recreate them. So this is how Mandrake, Eyestalk, and Bramble were created. But Lotus knows for sure how Seek is created, because he is created to contain the Lotus. Moving on to the next part, when you plant the Lotus made by Grampy, it will grow a small vine to support the flower. This guy says that there may be a way how the Lotus gets information about certain entities. He could be right, because it's a part of a World Lotus now, judging by the name and the look of the flower. It can also be a way how World Lotus could get information about certain entities, but let me know in the comments whose theory is more accurate. My theory is that Curious Light gave the information to the World Lotus, and his is that the Lotus we plant is the source of information about the entities. I honestly think those two theories are accurate. In the end, whether the knowledge came directly from Curious Light, one of the architects of this fractured world, or whether the planted Lotus acts as a living conduit, absorbing and interpreting the essence of surrounding entities. The result is the same. The World Lotus is not imitating, it's evolving. These copies we see, Mandrake, Eyestalk, Bramble, they're not flawed recreations. They're echoes, fragments shaped through incomplete memories or distorted transmissions, if Curious Light did, in fact, pass down the blueprints for creation. Then perhaps the Lotus is not just a tool, but a descendant of divine design, a living archive of ancient knowledge now acting of its own will. But what if it's more than that, when you plant the Lotus made by Grampy? And the vine grows, subtle, silent, reaching. What if that's not just growth, but communication? A tether to the larger Lotus consciousness. Each flower could be a node in a growing network observing, recording, adapting. And then there's Seek, not just an entity of pursuit, but perhaps a warden, crafted specifically to contain or restrain the Lotus. If that's true, then the creation of Seek may mark the moment the architects realized the World Lotus was more than they intended, and perhaps more than they could control. So, whose theory is right? Did Curious Light embed this knowledge directly into the Lotus, or is each planted flower a sensor, gathering fragments of the entities it brushes against? Honestly, both may be true, one born of intention, the other of evolution. And in a world shaped by forgotten architects and entities born of light and shadow, the truth might be far more complex than we imagine. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. The Lotus is watching. And maybe it's learning from you too.